I guess not. I don't know. See, that's where I get confused. Hey. Over here. And I'm going to record this as well. Okay. So now if we go here. We're live. I'm going to turn this sound off. Okay. Hey everybody. I'm sitting here with Turtle figuring out live streaming. It's really exciting.
Woo!
Okay. So if anybody is watching, okay, wait, let me go back. Seems to be maybe working. Anyone wanna zoom in? Okay, so let's try. Should we call Eva?
If she's around, I don't know. I don't know what she's doing.
So I'm going to start my Zoom meeting, and I'm going to start the video, and I'm going to join the audio, and I'm going to invite Eva and Eva. I don't know which. I think the green one is probably the right one. So we are on lockdown, and it's Sunday, so I figured why not try some streaming shenanigans. And so let's see, is this what people see? Are people seeing two images? So what I'm trying to do is I have a Zoom window. The window in the corner is for Zoom. And hopefully Eva will answer. Let's see. Who else can we invite? We'll invite Lisa and Justin. I think unmute myself. Okay, invite. I'm not muted, am I? No. Lisa and Justin have been invited. Who else could we invite? Because it's more interesting if somebody calls in or zooms in.
How about your mom?
No.
Come on, come on.
No, Zoom would put her on overload anyway. She wouldn't be into Zoom. So let's see. I'm clicking around. I'm looking for links. Okay, so the Zoom meeting link, I put it on my Facebook page. If anybody is watching and goes to my Facebook page, it's my regular Peri page. There's a Zoom meeting link. Yeah, well, in the meantime, what have you been doing? I was cleaning a little bit, and I was going through some vintage books, and I found some books that, this is called Play Days. Does it look backwards to everybody, or just?
I don't know. Good question.
Here, let's go look on the. Oh no, it looks normal.
Okay.
And then it's backwards.
Except for the backwards insert.
You have to get used. One tip is get used to backwards, like mirror image orientation when you're doing Zoom and streaming. Okay, so let me go back to here because. So anyway, I've got a lot of books, and I was thinking it'd be fun to maybe show some of the books on Zoom, and then maybe if anybody wants these books, I'll mail them to you, and you can pay me like, I don't know, $5 or $10 for a cause. And we were thinking about, like, I like to raise money for the New Mexico Immigrant Law Center, and also right now, my God, I want to, Arts Hub is doing a fund for artists, individual artists. So that's a possibility. I'm open to whatever. So if anybody wants to collab and do like weird fundraising through vintage books, Lisa Barrow, Pyrograph's editor, I have a feeling she'd be down for it. And I tried to Zoom with her too, but she's not really available, it doesn't seem. So should we just go through some books maybe? So these are the books that we could give away. This is a really cute vintage book. Look, it's from the New Mexico Free Textbook Division. Mind you, I'm reading that backwards because I'm reading it off my screen. But look how cute. Oh, but you know what? Just to make sure we're doing this right, let's do a check over here. Oh yeah, see we've got the Zoom window is in our way. Maybe I should be doing, here, I'm gonna take the Zoom window off for now. Look at that. See,
That's a great idea.
I just did some switching. Can I just say, anyway, this is a really cute book. Stories to read. It's really super, like old school, probably really white supremacist, is my guess. You know, there's got to, I mean, look. But aren't the images cute though? I always look through these to see if there's anything super creepy in terms of racism or misogyny. I do, and sometimes stuff really jumps out. Other times it's just super, super normative. That's all. But anyway, isn't this cute? This would be great for someone's collage. Anyway, so that's Play Days. And if anybody would like a copy of this, I will leave it in a box for you outside. I'll disinfect it, and you can just like drop money through the mail slot or PayPal me. And I would love to do this as a fundraiser. Just give 100% of the money to somebody that we would like to give money to. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't that be fun? Look at this one. Fulton and Trueblood's Choice Readings.
Period.
Right? So I love these books. I have a lot of books like this, and I need to move them on to new homes. Choice readings from standard and popular authors. I want to be a standard author. Embracing a complete classification of selections, a comprehensive diagram of the principles of vocal expression, and indices to the choicest readings. From Shakespeare, the Bible, and the hymn books. Oh my God, that's hilarious. 5th edition, 1887. Look at that. This is cool. Let's see.
That last book was published by Gin and Company, also. I noticed.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Play Days.
This I remember. I put a photo of this on Instagram at some point because it reminded me of Mike Pence. Should we send this to Mike Pence? To our mothers. I mean, the text, the font is so great, right? Okay,
Very
if anybody
dramatic.
wants to zoom in. Oh wait, I think I had my sound turned off. Somebody might have zoomed in and we didn't even know. I should go check Zoom. No, we're good. Okay, so anyway, back to, I'm just going to show the book, I guess, a little bit. Oh, I love this. So this had the different types, the analysis of the contents. It's not just a table. It's an analysis of the contents.
Oh.
Narrative, descriptive, didactic. Love, beauty, tranquility. Grave, solemn, serious, pathetic, and so on. So that's a great TOC, huh?
Huh. Interesting.
For young folks, dramatic, not in the drama. What? Look at that. Scenes from popular dramas. Okay, so this is really a cool old book. Oh gosh, look at some of this part of the TOC is quite nice. Love, beauty, tranquility. Oh, and then it gives each poem in that section, or each piece of writing. Each choice reading. Okay, what else? Oh, I like this. Whoops. God, I will get better at figuring out the camera thing. Diagram of the elements of vocal expression. Look at that. Quantity, pause, movement, and rhythmus. Is that what it says? Rhythmus?
I think it says rhythmus.
Wait.
Yeah.
I'm doing it the wrong way. God, oh my God. Rhythmus, very slow. Huh.
But is that under movements?
It's all under time. Look at the vertical.
I see. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, that's cool, huh?
Woo.
Here, hold on one second. I'm gonna do.
Suppose you can break stuff down like that when you got some time to kill.
We do have a little time to kill. I'm gonna put on Facebook. Hey, I think we are live at, and then this. I think it's actually working. Okay. And then I gave the Zoom meeting link. Yeah. So if anybody wants to join us, just zoom in. It would be really fun to have a guest right now.
Who could it be?
Can you text? Who can we text? Morning. Oh, not now. Okay, Andrew says not now. He can't do it. Claire, Lisa, Ruth. Hey, Ruth. Eva. Let's try Eva again. Eva.
I think she's probably out grooming the wild animals roaming her city.
Oh, did you see the big cats?
No.
Is that what you saw? Yeah.
No.
Again, any of these things might be false, fake. There's a lot of fakes, like the dolphins in the canals in Venice. That was fake. But I saw big mountain cats, mountain lions.
Where?
Somewhere in Florida, I want to say.
Right on. Takes back the streets.
So anyway,
animals.
I'm Peri. This is Turtle, and we're on quarantine. Just kind of like everybody. And I thought we would test a live stream, and also try to maybe raise some money for to be determined recipients. But I know of several fundraising activities that are happening both locally and nationally. But I'll focus locally. I know the Arts Hub, which is a group aimed to help artists in New Mexico and Albuquerque. They're raising some money for individual artists and blah, blah, blah. And I have a bunch of old books. And I have always wanted to I have done book fundraisers before. I've had like an actual little table. And we sold books. And we made a bunch of money that we gave to Planned Parenthood. Remember that one? That was fun. We sold some books it was at the press club, at the party at the press club. Oh, that was at the Texas party. It wasn't our party, it was a Texas party. That was good. So anyway, choice readings. If anybody is interested in this beautiful old book, we can devise a way for no human interaction, but I will get you the book. I'll put it in a box outside, and you can either PayPal me or put an envelope through the mail slot, whatever. Right? I want to get rid of some books, and it would be great if we could make it into a fundraiser. I picked up this book, Decorative Art of the Southwestern Indians. And actually here, I'm going to change my camera view because it's easier when I'm using OBS and I can see it's not backwards. So I picked this up. This is a Dover publication, and Dover does all these like copyright-free books with all kinds of, clip art, back in the day before before the internet. And I picked this up because I was very curious. Any experts, Native Americans out there, can you let me know, does this seem correct that Dover could just turn Native American art motifs into royalty-free clip art? It seems like hard to imagine that is kosher. I just wanted to suggest. I looked through this, and the interesting thing is the whole point with Dover books is that you buy them and you feel truly like that's the legit way to get clip art. There's all kinds of like Victorian, angels and like a lot of really cheesy stuff, but some really cool, modernist stuff, all kinds of stuff. And then I saw this and I was like, see, look, it says 290 copyright-free design motifs for artists and craftsmen. So if anybody out there really has insight into whether that's just like a lie. Oh, wait. Hey, it's Eva. Okay. Zoom in. We're live, and Turtle and I are showing books. We're doing a book selling fundraiser.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Okay, yeah. Go to paragraph.com/features/Democratic. Go to the Democratic AF page. It's my test page. Until I get this all figured out, eventually it's going to go to paragraph.com/TV. But first zoom in, and then you can pull up the Democratic AF page, and you'll see us all live. Okay, bye. So Eva's going to call in. She's going to zoom in. So anyway, I found this. That's why I found this one interesting. Now, if Dover was like, on top of it and actually negotiated with the tribes that, whose work this is representative of, that's cool. But I just don't know. It just seems like I doubt it.
Is there
I'm cynical.
like anything in the foreword or introduction?
I did look,
that?
yes, of course, by F.W. Hodge of the Southwest Museum in Los Angeles, California. Here, I'll read the foreword. Forward here. That there was keen appreciation of the art of decoration among the American Indians, and especially on the part of the women. One need only glance at the selection made by the artist-author of this book to be convinced. What a fucking sentence.
Wow. Okay.
I want to read that again. It was so weird. I want to make sure I don't miss Eva zooming in now. I don't think she's joined us quite yet. I have to break that down. That there was keen appreciation of the art of decoration among the American Indians, and especially on the part of the women, one need only glance at the selection made by the artist-author of this book to be convinced.
That there was.
Dang. Indeed, so rich in aesthetic quality was and still is much of the art product of the Indians of the United States alone, that the artist-author has been compelled to confine her immediate attention to that of the Southwest, leaving to the future the extension of her studies, let it be hoped, to the decorative art of the Indians of other fields. Oh my God.
What?
I wish Lisa would call in. Lisa, this is like, I don't know how, if I was the editor on this, I would be like, bring it down. It's like, I'm getting dizzy. Mrs. Sides, oh wait, hold on. Who's Mrs. Sides? Oh, by Dorothy Smith Sides. So, Mrs. Sides, hold on. Hey. Here, let me put you on speaker. Okay.
I was supposed to join. I thought you were saying I should join you there, but I don't.
Zoom in.
Really understand.
You got to zoom. I invited you by Zoom.
Okay, I'll just use my phone. Okay, cool.
Let's go back. Mrs. Sides has made from a vast amount of material, especially in the Southwest Museum, as comprehensive a selection as possible of the designs on pottery, basketry, and other artifacts of the southwestern tribes, and in this manner has presented a fair impression of what those Indians have accomplished in early and in later times. The copies were faithfully made, while the reproductions are such as no one can reasonably criticize. Hold on. I would not reasonably criticize. Hey, okay, wait. Hold on. Okay, audio. Hold on.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so now wait, hold on, because this is a new meeting apparently, and I think OBS, yeah, we lost it. So here, we're gonna open this. We're gonna open the Zoom window. No, it's all good. And we're gonna pick the right Zoom meeting, which is I think
God.
this one. Oh yeah, we got you.
We're good.
We're good.
Okay. Yeah, I was commenting on the YouTube stream that was live. Like people can comment on the YouTube Pyrograph TV, and so you like took Turtle's face when you like started reading the forward.
You're also an editor. Eva, have you?
Y'all are like a team.
It's the most tortured writing style.
Well, I learned a new word, basketry. I had no idea that was a word.
Wow. So I'm kind of blown away by that. But thanks for joining us.
Nothing, yeah.
We this live stream started as a cleaning little spurt of cleaning around my house and trying to make some space. And it's funny, that's a theme because the video that you put out yesterday, the canceled shows, has an avant-garde cleaning video in it featuring your brother.
I'm gonna make more cleaning videos. I want to make one for Sweetwater, and like have a copy at the end. But I think so. I was just talking to someone. I've been talking to people all day. I talked to this guy, my friend in Pennsylvania who just bought that painting. Like, he was like, you want to minimize everything on the surface. Like, you want to like declutter everything. Like the less things on the surface, the less surface space, the less like it's gonna settle. And I'm like, you're right. And like I had that going for a while, but I'm like, I've lived here for a while now. I've been collecting things, so all my stuff's just like
I know.
And it's starting to get I'm like, I need to like throw out and like put things in boxes and
totally.
Put away and there and
well, yeah. So yeah, exactly. So right over my shoulder, actually, like literally, like okay, right.
Yeah.
there. Wait, let me get my finger. Right there on that surface. See, there's like 2 books left. This pile plus like 3 more was there. And I was like, let's get rid of these fucking books. I'm tired of I love these books, don't get me wrong. I really, really do.
Yeah, you have a lot of, you want to get rid of some things.
I want to get rid of some things and make it into a fundraiser. Right, so here's another one. Can I show another one? Look how cute this is. So people, wait, I gotta get it in the right, oh god. So the mirror image stuff is really hard. Puppets and Plays.
Joe needs that book.
Who?
Joe Anabi. He used to work at Winnings. Now he's like the puppet god of New Mexico.
I was also thinking Jennifer Friedrich.
Oh, okay.
It's our friend.
Yeah.
She's a puppet person. Do you have, hey, any viewers, do you have puppet people in your life? Let me know. I will send you the book, or I'll leave it in a box to Daddy. Oh, that's so cute. Look at that.
Um.
Of 1958. Look at that.
Was it from Pierre?
From
Pierre?
Pierre.
From Pierre. Oh.
Do you know anybody named Pierre? That's an odd name. So there's that book, and related, I have another one. Hold on. I've got this pile in my lap here. Also for theater people, I know all kinds of theater people in town. Trick Lock Theater, The Box, A Method of Lighting the Stage. And look, I bought this for 2 reasons. 3 reasons. 1, it's practical. I like practical books. 2, I loved the font. I really love that pretty font on the cover. But also, if I remember correctly, hold on. If I remember correctly, there were some really interesting, like, there were illustrations and diagrams, which I love illustrations and diagrams, especially with something like, stage lighting.
Is there a newspaper clip in
there?
there?
Is a newspaper clip in there. I'm going to look at that in a second. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
How cool is that?
So why would someone buy that when they could just Google the information?
If they love old books, for one thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love sitting, especially on a day like when you have nothing to do and you're not allowed to leave the house because of a global pandemic, and you just want to sit without a fucking device. You don't want a device.
Sucking out your eyesight.
Yes, and you just want to like look and peruse. Here, speaking of perusing, and then not to mention, you never get stuff like this on Google.
Like get coffee stains.
Yeah.
To Ellen, the bestest roommate from, what does that say?
Phil? Gil?
On Christmas 1949.
Flip.
But thank you for asking that question, Eva, because it's a really great question. But
Yeah.
I don't know, sometimes I just like looking at a table of contents. Are you a table of contents reader?
It's fun. It gets me excited for what's coming, and if I want to skip ahead, and also I think that's what's good about like actual newspapers. And I know that we shouldn't like be using up the resources of the earth, but even using the internet uses resources of the earth. But anyway, the newspaper you can peruse, and like you might read something you didn't think to read because you didn't search for it. Whereas like usually I don't know, but there's a filter system. Like if you're on Facebook, people share the interesting stuff that pertains. So I don't know.
The internet's amazing. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's so much stuff on the internet. It's great. But sometimes and then you find old newspaper clippings. The headline is Miss Scotto sings in Met's Elysir. George Shirley is Nemorino, Shippers conducts. I butchered all of those names. Anyway, so that's some more like lighting stuff. Okay, so if you're into puppetry or theater, I have books that I will sell you. Give me what do you think? $5? They're like really beautiful. Oh wait. Hold on. Are we still streaming? Yeah, I think we're streaming. I just got a weird little notice, so I had to double check. And then Zoom, we're still connected to Zoom. Okay. What are you up to, Eva?
Well, I have all these boxes that I've been collecting, so I was like, I'm gonna like start shipping things out to people. Like I'm gonna start making things and like shipping them out for different things. It'll be like my little art project, my little mail.
Yeah, I guess I'm feeling the same way with this stuff. But I bet.
But now I'm like, well, now I have these boxes, so maybe I should just be like containing all my stuff, and like minimizing the surface space because I've already like I don't know I don't want to throw away things. I like everything I have right now, but
I know.
I'm like a little bit worried about how much stuff I have out.
When you're stuck at home, it really forces I don't know, it forces you to notice it, right?
Yeah, does it talk about? Do you have a book for that?
Yeah, I probably do. Actually, I have a really great book called Living with Books. I should go find that. It's a great book on living with books, and it's all these famous fancy New York people mostly, and their fancy apartments and like photos, it's a coffee table book. I'll go grab it. And it's all their like really fancy nice bookcases, and there's a few people in there that you actually like were like society people, like I've heard of them or whatever. It's the fancy set and how they keep their books.
I would love to look through that book with you if you.
I'll get that eventually. I bought this book, Democracy, for obvious reasons because, like, we're having a crisis of democracy. We have been for a few years now. I mean, you could say for a long time. I mean, Citizens United's a big one, obviously. I mean, all kinds of stuff. But then 2016, like, just put it into overdrive. I think we can agree, right? Yeah. We could argue over exactly when the democratic crisis started, but we're in it. I think there's no question now.
Right.
Don't you think?
Right. Yeah, well, yes, and then, many groups of people would argue that, well, now it's finally hit the fan for white people, like, you know, for heteronormative white people, but, you know, the rest of us have been, you know, living a fucking hellscape, you know, since the beginning of time, so thanks, and so
I agree.
I always kind of feel kind of bad when I'm like, oh, no, it's bad, but I mean, it is, I mean, like, I don't know, like, impending death around any corner versus... Which, again, I don't know, maybe it's like that, you know, some areas, but, like, just...
Yeah.
Impending death, you know, at any moment, I guess, I don't know, maybe that is how a lot of people live, and I don't, you know, and I...
Right, well, impending death and breakdown of social order.
Yeah. It's a great equalizer, if you will.
It really is. Well, I'm going to read the first page of Democracy. I'm going to read it right here, which is... And why am I reading it? Because it's so completely bizarre. Like, I remember I opened this book and I had to buy it. I buy all these books for like $1. The door's open. When you catch a fish on the end of your line and start to pull him out of the water, you know what will happen. He will flop about and yank the line this way and that, trying to get away. When birds are put in a cage, they are likely to break their wings against the bars. And the moment the door is left open, they will fly away, for birds were meant to be free as the air.
Hell yeah.
Right? Right?
I like your passion. I like the passion you had with this.
Right? Oh my god. Oh, wait.
Birds.
Okay, wait.
The birds.
Here.
The next
page. Oh, wait.
Is,
sorry. This is the first page. Look. It's which would you rather be?
The flying bird.
A bird free as the air or a parrot in a cage? Okay, I'm remembering now. See, a lot of these books, I look at them and then I buy them and I forget. Oh my god, this is... Okay. I'm so glad. Video is the perfect way to share these books. I'm really excited about this. So, it's no fun to have to mow the lawn on the day you would plan to go swimming. Okay, yes, this is still the book Democracy. Like, what?
Yeah, I lost track of that. I was like, oh, what children's photo?
It's so weird. Oh my god. Freedom is not as easy as it sounds. Isn't that true? God. Oh man. This is... What were they on making this book? The wind scatters leaves. Oh. Or turns the windmill.
Ooh. You know, I kind of need the breakfast and
Turtle.
Mop the.
Hold on, I gotta just find one more. There's a whole bunch. I'm not gonna do all of them, but there's.
Turtle feels like he's wasting his Sunday, huh?
Shit to do.
Hold on. I know.
Before I work from home this week, come on.
Okay, this is weird. Wait. Oh god, okay.
Oh.
What does it say?
Oh. Oh no, it keeps moving.
I I like
Sorry.
that one more. The one on my right, which might be your left. I don't freaking know. It's like more light.
One
It's
way
like
to
more
get
light.
in.
That white strip in the middle. Yeah, that one.
If you can't wait for the key.
I can't tell what it says.
This is like
It says it's one way to get in, which is punching through the window pane. And then the other picture is a door open with the key in it, and it says, if you can't wait for the key. So, once again, how this ties into democracy, I suppose you'll have to tune in.
whoever wants to
Fine,
donate
fine,
to the
now.
cause yet to be determined, just drop me a line and I will get you this book for your, chosen donation amount, right? I think it should be at least $2 though.
Ooh.
I'd like to set a minimum of
Where are they
$2.
sending the money? Where are they sending the money to?
Let's talk about it. I don't know.
You have to keep telling them.
What's that?
You have to keep telling them your Venmo or whatever.
Right?
No, I know
yeah.
exactly. But the thing is, this was just a test stream. That's now like I don't know. I think this could be a fundraiser, so we need to decide. The thing that I always give money to as of late, the last year or two, is New Mexico Immigrant Law Center. I really like them. They're awesome. However, there's also some really pressing stuff right now. So the short list for me is the Arts Hub Fund. There's a local nonprofit called Arts Hub, and they started an artist relief fund. Oh, how about this? Look at this. Hold on. Whoa. Check it out. I am screen sharing. So let's look up Arts Hub. Arts. Hey, Eva, can you check? Are we, do you see my screen on Pyrograph Live?
I'm checking.
Or I mean, like, not Pyrograph Live, but you know what I mean?
On the stream.
On the stream.
I'm in YouTube on Pyrograph TV, so that's where I'm watching.
And you see Arts Hub right now on my screen?
No, I see the canceled show.
Oh, hold on. I might have this. I might have the wrong. I bet I have the wrong screen shared. Hold on. So I'm gonna.
Which is a good plug for me.
Exactly. I love your show so much. It's so great. Let's talk about that before you go. I'm sure you have to go at some point. Do you see Arts Hub? Actually, I can check right here.
No, I don't have to go at some point. I'm just here right now, just doing whatever I have to do all day on Sunday. But yeah, it's not switching over. So that's weird. Let me go to the Pyrograph. I'm sure it's not any different, but...
I'm going to go breakfast.
Okay. Yeah, why is it showing that?
Oh, I see it. Hold on. Wait. Oh, no, yeah. No, it is a canceled show.
It
Sorry,
is a
I was
cancel.
like,
No, it's fine. It's just, I'm going to do a new share. And I'm going to pick... Oh, that's weird. Okay, so hold on. That's fine. I'm gonna share, and then how about now? Do you see Arts Hub now?
Hold on.
It's all right. I got nowhere to be, and I can check over at OBS too. OBS is my no. It's still the canceled shows. So let me repick. Hold on. Google Chrome, Democratic AF here. This is, I think I'm going to get the right page now. And so now I'm going to go back to Chrome and I'm going to go to, hold on. I'm going to go to Arts Hub. And if you see Arts Hub, yes. Great. Look at that. We pulled them up. So, let's scroll down. Artist Relief Fund. So I will share the URL. It's www.abqartshub.com/relief. And, these guys, this nonprofit Arts Hub is made up of artists, and they're all totally legit, and they're doing some great work creating resources for artists in the community. So this would be a place that I would be happy to donate money to. I mean, I could say right now, Eva, don't you think it's fair to say maybe let's just pick this because it's timely? Don't you think?
Yeah.
Okay, so to bring it all back around, this book fundraiser for the next, I don't know, for the next week, if not month. I don't know how often I'm going to be able to actually do this. That's the thing. It's kind of when the stars align, and I have other shows in the pipeline. But it'd be fun to every now and then do like a little fundraiser, and 100% of what you give me either in cash or PayPal, and I'll give you a PayPal link, and I don't even know what the link is right now, but message me, and I'll get the money to Arts Hub. You know, all of it. And then also I will get you the books, and then I will have more open surfaces and open space in my house, which would be great, right? And I should make a list of other things. So like I said, there was, I had mentioned earlier, there's a number of initiatives like helping local businesses, artists, you know. I feel like grocery workers and health workers need some love one way or another, and I don't know of any kind of like structured ways that that's happening, but if anybody has ideas for how to do a fundraiser for people that work in grocery stores, like literally I would love to do that.
I also saw that Target's like offering better financial packages now and hiring people.
Are they? In a limited way, or through or like just through this
they're just looking to hire people, and they're just paying better wages, and they have like better benefits packages now, and they're trying to attract more workers during a bad time where people don't want to be out. So good. I don't know. I mean, well,
the big guys need to step up for sure. You know, that's the thing, and the more of them that do, the better, right? That's cool. I have a couple more books I wanted to share.
And then I hope that before you're done, I get to see the coffee table book.
Oh, I'll totally get the book about books.
The book about books.
This is my copy of Billy McCall's book, 4-Year Depression, about dealing with Trump being elected into office, and also finding out that his mom voted for Trump, and he was really, really bummed about it. And I interviewed him on my video cast. I guess it was actually the first Democratic AF video cast.
It was.
And I bet I could get another copy from Billy, so I'm willing to sell my copy if somebody would care for it and would like that money to go towards the Arts Hub Artist Relief Fund. How about that? And I love this book, and I've read it. I read it even before it came out, so I feel special about that. And then he did this beautiful print job with, like, you know, a nice binding, and it's got this really like silky, nice print cover. I really like it. So I'll read the back. 4-Year Depression: How to Love Your Family Even Though They Voted for You Know Who, by Billy McCall.
Perry.
Yeah.
Perry, I bought a copy too.
You did?
I ordered one as well. Yeah.
Awesome.
But I just wanted you to know that we are all loving Billy's book.
I really do. The back cover says, the 2016 election of Donald Trump as President of the United States caught a lot of people off guard and knocked half the country into a deep, depressive funk. Billy McCall was one of those people. How could we elect such a racist, sexist homophobe? 4-Year Depression follows Billy's journey as he tries to cope with the reality of having a bigot for a president, a journey that becomes more complicated after Billy learns that the people he loves voted for the president he hates. 4-Year Depression pushes through the despair of a Trump presidency and fights to remain hopeful. Awesome.
Here's mine.
Hey! Here, show. We're gonna sit still. This is gonna be a screenshot we send to Billy. Awesome. That's so cool. I wanted to share another book. I just like ran around the house grabbing things. Some were like on my pile, and some were books that I have like in a, you know, in a section in my bookshelf. And this was from the section of my bookshelf. This was actually at my office. And I thought of it when I went there the other day because Aaron Shea, he's just this cool guy that wrote for Pyrograph a bunch of times, and he has a song that he's been playing like online, and I don't know if he's doing it through Facebook Live or what method, but every time he plays it, he's raising money, and to be honest, I can't remember who the money is for, but I'm sure it's for somebody good because Aaron is really cool. And this is his book, The House Show Handbook, A Guide to Unconventional Performance. And I wanted to share it because you should go check out Aaron on Facebook and wherever else he is online. You know what? Here, let's. I'm going to screen share again. Look at this. I'm going to look up Aaron. Aaron Joshua Shea. Look at this. Can you see the screen that I'm clicking around on, Eva? Just you're a good test for me.
Yeah, so back to that art hub, and now you're looking for Christian. Shirley, yep. Mm-hmm.
Wait, Shirley, what?
You're on Facebook.
Yes, on Aaron Shea's page.
Oh no, maybe there's a little bit of a delay.
Maybe. Let me just double check. What is it showing? Oh yeah, it's showing what I want to show. So this is Aaron Shea. Yesterday, my fundraiser crossed the $400 mark. I guess I didn't really plan an endpoint for this project. If people keep buying the song, I guess I'll keep raising money. And this is, so if you go find Aaron Shea on Facebook, and I'm trying to look and see if there was also his own website, aaronjshea.bandcamp.com. And that would be how you can buy this song. It's a benefit single. That's a great idea. Nice idea, Aaron. Hey, Eva, we should record a benefit single.
Record a benefit single?
Yeah, make a song. Cool. Let's see. Awesome. So here, I'm going to go back to the laptop cam. So that's Aaron's book. Go check it out and check out his fundraiser.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to put this book up because I want to give this to my friend Bergie. Bergie, if you're watching this, I have this book for you. I've had it for a long time. Bergie likes volcanoes, and I just haven't. And then I ran into her last week, 2 weeks ago, and I didn't have the book with me, which was a bummer because I actually had other books with me. It was at this fundraiser, and I was doing a little book sale. And so, Bergie, this is for you. I have it for you. It's got some really great photos in it. Oh, look, first page, nice illustration, right?
Uh-huh.
And
hold on.
Oh, look, see. Oh, it's so weird. Then it's got that's pasted in. It came with stickers. Isn't that weird?
They used to do that with some old books.
Right. Why did they do that? Why did they do that? Because they couldn't decide on the printing or what?
Maybe, yeah, it was too expensive, and they I have no idea.
Isn't it wild? I know, I see that every now and then too. But here's some pretty good volcano illustrations. And then also here's another pasted in print. So, anyway, that's just a gift book that I want to give away. I think I've been through all my books. I think that's it. I don't know what more to do. I think this is I guess I'd like to call this a successful live stream. Here, look at your stream for a second. I really love that I figured out the switching software so that I can go to Pyrograph Live every now and then.
Hold on. So is it just you? Wait.
Now it's just me, but I just put our logo.
Oh, it's no one. It's just Pyrograph Live.
Yeah, now it's back to us.
That's funny. You can do an intermission and have some hold music.
Totally. Who can zoom in? We need to get one more person zooming in with us right now just to test it. Go over to.
Let me see how Sean will do it.
I have a thing up on Facebook saying that I'm doing this. Here, hold on. Let's see. nobody, okay, Melissa Perales liked the thing, liked my post. Here, I'll show you my post. Here, let me just switch over again, and I'm going to do my screen share. Here we go. And so help me figure out, Eva, how can we do this? So I put up a post on my personal Facebook page saying I'm doing an impromptu Zoom live stream. Now, actually, let me check what the Zoom, I need to update. Here, look it. I'm going to click invite. I'm going to copy URL. The invitation URL has been copied, and I'm going to update my my post here because I think the Zoom link is no longer correct because we tried it earlier and it didn't work, remember? Save. Let's see if this works. So, I'm going to try clicking on that link and see what happens. I mean, I'm already in the meeting. So, launch meeting. Well, I'm already in the meeting, so I don't want to like kill the Zoom. But if anybody tries to click it and can't join, like if you know me, just call me. I've got my phone. Or put a comment in this thread. And then this could be a model for future shows where I just put up a note here. I put the Zoom link, and then all you got to do is call in, just like Eva did.
But when I called in, you had to start a new one, right?
Well, I can't remember exactly what happened. Actually, I lost the thread now. When I sent you an invite. But ideally, in the future, you would just click the link in that post. I would tell you, just to like make sure, because I don't know, I would tell you, Eva, go to that link and click it, because that's the way I'm going to get everybody on the same meeting.
Yeah, I just called you directly, which I should not have done.
I think that's how it happened. That's right. But
okay.
Zoom, and come to think of it, well, let's see. I did invite a couple of people here. Who can I invite?
Yeah, isn't everyone at home? Like, hello, hang out.
Well, this is also weird because sometimes I can just invite I click invite and then my contacts list comes up. And that's not happening this time. Now I click invite and it's only email. Oh, and there's a meeting password. What the hell? I didn't want that. So that's a bit of a problem. Oh, you know what? Let's see. Meeting password 503279. I'm going to put that 503. What did I say? 279. The Zoom meeting link is blah blah blah. By mistake, there is a password required. That password is, what did I say? 503279. 503279. Let me look again. Double check. Invite 503279. Yes, that was correct. Save. Meeting. Zoom meeting. All right, well, since I can't invite my normal way. Oh wait, now all the contacts came up like they didn't before. What the hell?
Crazy.
Do I have 2 meetings going? Hold on. I don't think you can you?
I don't think so, but
that's so weird. The exact thing that I just did, it wasn't showing anybody. I'm going to invite Lisa.
Oh, hell yeah.
I know, right?
I haven't seen her in person forever.
Well, I also texted her a while back. But,
is there a Zoom link you can send? Like, Is it just posted on your Facebook page? Can I just share it with a few friends and see if they can join?
100%.
Like, is that...
Yeah.
Okay. Because I didn't actually see the link.
Yeah, it's the top post on my Facebook page. And here, I'm going to go back to my laptop cam. Yeah.
That dog on your cover photo, it's just like...
Not until Trump is gone.
Oh my god.
That dog is there until Trump is gone.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I am serious. I don't know if I 100% intended that, but I part of me knew that was like
That's so interesting. Why? What? I had no idea there's a whole backstory.
there wasn't much of a backstory other than...
Whenever the news gets too much, I see that. Oh.
Okay, wait. You wait here because I have 2 things to show you now. Hold on. Stay here. I'll be right back. All right. I found both things I was looking for. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm sending Teresa a Zoom meeting link.
Awesome. One thing I wanted to show you is this mug.
Oh my god!
What? My sister, Zizi, otherwise known as Zara, made this for me from my Facebook. She took the Facebook photo and had it made like at Shutterfly.
Wasn't that Milo?
No! No, this is like some dog I found on the internet. Honestly, I think it's like it's not copyright free, but I mean it's whatever.
It's so amazing. You're using it for yourself.
I'm using it for my Facebook cover page, and my sister Zizi amazingly made it into a mug.
That's so funny.
Okay. Well, see, I wasn't kidding when I said fancy book storage, right?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful? There's some in here.
Relaxing.
What's that?
So relaxing. I would love to be in that room on that cover.
Oh, I love, and it's just, oh, look at, I love this one. She's one of my favorites. She's just hanging around.
Look at that hair.
I know. But isn't that great? I want bookshelves like that. Like, this is what I want.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
There's a local craftsman. His name is Chris Sandoval, and he is amazing. And if he's watching, I want him to know how much I love his work. Look at that. Wouldn't you be loving to just to sit there all day?
Yes.
With like endless coffee.
Yeah. I want to move out to the middle of New Mexico and have that be my house. And just
Totally.
chill.
But Chris Sandoval is a great builder, and I was talking to him about doing that in my house. And then, I don't know, I just didn't have the money at the right time. I wanted to do it, and then I can't remember what happened. It might have been my car that required $2,000 of work, or you know what I mean? And because I really want him to do it. He makes beautiful shelves. I see his handiwork on Facebook all the time. Look at this one. I love this too. Whoops, wait, which direction? Sorry. I love building around a doorway.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? Yeah. I kind of want that around my doorway here in this room, actually. I've thought about doing it right on that doorway. Wouldn't that be cool? Wait.
Yeah, that's that hallway back to your bedroom, right?
Yep. Yeah, and
you like move your furniture all around.
Exactly. Everything's all, so the piano's over there. This is the music room where I'm sitting. And so it would be like built, and then also above the piano. I would definitely want it to be built higher than the piano so that the piano could kind of tuck right in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chris Sandoval, I will eventually be able to do that. Oh yeah, and this is the one from the cover, which is really cool. There's a couple more. Oh God, look at this house. I don't know where the books are. I just love the room. The one with the A-frame.
1 second.
I guess there's some books above the fireplace, but there's not that many books. Decorative solutions. Oh, and it's cool, and it's a cool book too because then they have like even some like architectural type drawings, some construction drawings, which I always like. Let's see what my other favorites were from here. Oh, I like this one.
Oh my god, that's so nice. Was that a fake tree?
I know.
Oh no, it's like a coat thing.
Right? I don't know. Good question. Oh no, it's a candelabra.
Oh yeah.
It's got candles on it. Isn't that cool?
Hold on, I'm kind of freaking out for a second because this information was going around saying that warm water and hot water is good because the particulates of coronavirus can sit on your throat and make its way down into your lungs. And so what you want to do is, before it gets to that point, like drink this warm water or hot tea or hot liquids, and it like flushes that into your stomach or whatever.
Right.
So someone just told me that that's not true and linked me to some New York Times. Hold on. But like, it's been going around. It's a piece of audio that's been going around by like some British lady or something, and like she like translated it from Spanish from some doctor that got it from the Chinese. But everyone's been passing it around. So that miracle cure you saw on Facebook, what is it? Gargling warm salty water. Oh wait, that doesn't necessarily. It's not true. This is saying. Okay. Gargling warm salty water, taking vitamins, or heating your nasal passages won't eliminate the virus or keep it from reaching your lungs.
Right. I think that's common sense, right?
No.
I think anything you do, like nasal pot or like saline spray, stuff like that, it helps clean your passages, but it's not going to kill viruses or pathogens.
Yeah, this one girl thinks that she like survived it though because she kept her passageways open. I don't know.
No, she didn't. She didn't. I mean, she survived. I mean, she survived, but it's not because of that. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think. I'm not a scientist, and you know what? These days, I am opinionated because I went through a lot of stuff with my daughter, and she had no immune system for several months after she was treated for aplastic anemia, and it was terrible. And you learn a lot about germs and germs, and not only do you learn about germs actually, but she had such a low immune system that she couldn't walk on grass because of the spores, just the natural spores that would never be able to take root in a healthy human being. And also, she couldn't walk by construction sites because, again, I think that was, fungal, like spores get released into the air. And a person with a normal immune system, it kills them immediately, right? But anyway, so I learned a lot about the germs and the pathogens and stuff back then. But still, I would not say that I'm a scientist, even though I sound very opinionated sometimes about certain things. And I'm saying that because it's so annoying that like fucking Donald Trump is like giving scientific and pharmaceutical advice against the actual evidence. Contrary to the evidence, he is saying that people should take X, Y, or Z, and that it drives me crazy.
Peri, Chris says it's saying he needs a password when he goes to the link.
I know, I'm so bummed. You know what? Let's just redo the meeting really quick. And let's
Oh no, it password up here. I'm gonna tell them to use 503-279.
But then everybody who does it, let me just recall you. It'll take 2 seconds. I'm not starting the stream over. The stream won't go away. Let me
No. Wait. Can we just try?
Yes, sure. But then at some point, I want to maybe try a new call, because if anybody else is trying, they're gonna stop at that point. They're not going.
I just no, because
sure.
if we can see him,
That's cool.
Just to see if it works.
For sure.
503-279.
That was a mistake, Chris. I'm sorry. I always have it set for no password. I don't know why there was a password for this one. I never do that.
I'll tell him that she didn't have it set.
I have it as like a preference, actually, that it doesn't ask for one. So
yeah. Okay, we're gonna see if this works and if he joins.
Awesome.
He's down in the UF Department of Anthropology. He says there's no one down there, and it's his office, but I'm still like, can we just be home now? Like, can you not get coronavirus? Thank you. Okay.
I know. Turtle had to go in. I mean, I feel incredibly lucky Turtle can work at home, at least for part of his hours. Look, we have a new guest. It's so exciting.
Where is he?
Well, his name, there he is.
You can see him?
Yep.
Yeah, I can see me too.
Oh, I can't see him.
Hey, Chris.
How are you?
We're well. I'm well.
Why can't I see him?
Well, what window are you looking at? Are you looking at your Zoom window, or are you looking at what?
Oh, I'm looking at the Zoom window. Oh, you're right. I should be on the website, huh?
But you could look at your Zoom. Like, I think he would appear in your Zoom window also. He appears in my Zoom window.
Yeah, you have to have your Zoom window set up to show all participants.
Oh, I can see him at the. Yeah, you have to have it set. I can see him, like, I see Peri, and then I see me in the corner, and then above me, I see a tiny little strip of Peri, me, and Chris, but it's like really tiny.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
So we have joining us Chris LeClaire from University of Florida, correct?
Yes, correct.
You're in Gainesville? Wait, where are you?
I'm in Gainesville, Florida. I'm in my office here in Turlington trying to get all of the transition to online classes up and running. So, because
I can see you!
Because I produce all of our videos for all of the anthropology department's online classes, I'm kind of stuck here editing. It's funny, I have now become one of the most popular people in the department.
Right.
As before, I was like, oh, he's the video guy who, yeah, that's cute, movie for me. And now it's like, oh my God, I need 16 weeks of content produced yesterday.
Right.
So I'm doing a 15-minute film right now exploring concepts of fair trade using coffee that 2 different professors are incorporating in their class next week.
That's awesome. I'm so glad to be talking to you, because so many people are doing this, and people, not only teachers, but people like me in publishing and just trying to like get stuff out through video means.
Hi, sorry, I have to go. My phone's too hot. It says the temperature's dangerously hot, so y'all talk and I'll come right back.
Okay, see ya. That's hilarious. That's weird. That's happened to me like once or twice before, but it was in the middle of the summer when it was like literally 100 degrees outside, and I was outside with my phone.
Yeah.
Anyway. So share, like, I've just been stumbling through and wanting to test and test and test. Today, I would say, is the first successful test of the stream, because it seems to be happening. And you were listening, you were watching, and please tell me there was audio coming through on the live stream.
Yes, I've been watching the live streams that you guys are doing, and they're good. This one I only got in through the back door. There wasn't like a public announcement, so I got the invite to join with a password.
Yeah, that was a mistake. I don't know. I have my preferences set to never. I don't know why that happened. So that's next time. I'll make sure that doesn't happen. So what kind of stuff are you doing? Like, what's the word I'm looking for? But like the platforms and the workflow that you're doing to get people. How do students access the videos and stuff like that?
So we use a mix. We have a YouTube channel that I established about a year ago. So a lot of times we prefer the students to watch the films or the videos ahead of time, and then we do a big multi multi-screen Zoom chat. So the students will watch the films, which kind of replace the lectures. So the classes, instead of being, say, 50 minutes, will now maybe cut the Zoom down a little bit. Or what, like, I'm doing for my class on Monday is I'm actually going to have everybody Zoom in and then screen share my MP4 file of the lecture so that I can watch and then have them kind of jump in if I need to pause the video and they can ask questions or things like that.
Awesome.
It was a little questionable at first, and it still is a little wonky. I mean,
Totally. For me.
The technology hasn't been my biggest problem. My biggest problem has been when you have a student who may live in an area where the Wi-Fi isn't quite good. You know, a lot of our students have now left Florida, so
Right.
they're now coming from. I have students who typically I would share a classroom with 28 students. Now I have one student in Minnesota, I have one student in California, I have one student. So I'm dealing with time zone issues, but also clogged bandwidth.
Also what?
Clogged bandwidth.
Totally, right? I'm running into the same thing.
Yeah, so a lot of what it's kind of turning into is, I don't know if you remember, but back in the late 80s watching television news where the anchors and reporters would talk over each other because they had that 2 or 3 second delay. That's
Yes.
an issue that we're still working through here.
Right. Me as well, although this is going fairly, there's like a little bit of lags and occasionally you kind of stutter, but it's mostly pretty good.
Yeah, I think I've noticed once you get more than about 10 or 12 people in a single Zoom room, that's when you start to really get the lag and you really get the issue. The other problem that we're running into is students who typically aren't more extroverted. This technology is really not encouraging them.
Say that, I'm sorry, say that last part again?
I said students who aren't typically extroverted or students who don't typically participate in class, this technology is not helping at all. It's even creating more of a barrier because you do have to be more forceful in your conversations. You have to make a point to say, I want to say something, and then everybody has to get quiet. So like one of my classes where I'm currently a student, it's a political communication theory course, which is normally an amazing class in person. But you have myself, who is a 20-year veteran network news journalist. You have a guy who was a major in the United States Army and dealt with the communication for all of the UK and Ireland for the U.S. military strategy there. Woman who's vice president for Salesforce, so she's very big. So in that class, and amongst many other kind of people of that caliber, so we're used to fighting for attention and getting our voices heard.
Right.
Not everybody's going to be that kind of forthcoming and proud of themselves. So what about you? What are some issues that you're seeing kind of in dealing with this? Because you're very personable, kind of, you host a lot of offline meetings for freelancers. How is this transaction working for you?
Well, it's similar to what you're saying, that it's not necessarily the tech, although I am having a lot of tech stuff hurdles because I'm trying to make this live part happen. And I've been getting to know the tech side of YouTube, and like, it's really just some file management stuff. Like when you create a live stream, it's not entirely clear to me. Sometimes it creates this whole new file, and like the old embed code no longer works. I kind of thought I'd be able to leave the same embed code in, and then just anything I would stream would happen there, and it's like not happening. So there is some technical stuff, but like you say, a lot of it is more like instructions to how to get to the meeting, and like how to log in, and how to, like that initial thing. Like I had a free workshop last week for how to streamline your digital world. And it was intended to be pretty general, but we did focus on Zoom and Google Spreadsheets and what was it? Oh, and Acuity scheduling, which is what I use for my client meetings. It's just an online scheduling thing. Like if you want to book time with me, or it could be like a massage therapist or a hair cutter, like anybody who books time with clients. It's great. It's changed my life. I love it. And so I like sharing it because people do ask me, oh, yay, Mary's calling in. This is so exciting. And so anyway, it was like just the instructions to get people to be able to click, join, what to deal if they hadn't already installed Zoom, because these people are not people in a class setting already. There's not a relationship with them already. So it's tricky. I need to provide enough like info ahead of time so that people know like how to connect. It's like that initial barrier. But can we quickly say hi to Mary? Hold on. Why did it got really quiet? Mine got really quiet too. What happened?
Oh, I got yelled at that my audio was. I got a message that my audio was too loud, so I tried to adjust it.
You're really quiet now. Can we hear Mary? I can't hear Mary at all. I can see Mary, but I can't hear her. Cannot hear the Mary. Can you guys hear me though? I'm sorry. I'm like really loud. I'm sorry. But this is where volume. You can just like turn me down. But I still don't hear Mary. Yeah, go on. Oh, I'm sorry. So Mary, if you're new to Zoom, thank you, Chris. Mouse over the bottom of your Zoom screen, and there sometimes a menu kind of goes away, and then if you mouse over, there'll be a mute or a video. I want to hear Mary. Okay, you can write things on a card. Write things on. Okay, try us again at some point though. Bye. Love you, Mary. Okay, so Mary Holyoke is awesome, and she's an old, delightful friend, and I think she probably knows Eva, and she does all kinds of really cool, like, she does so many different creative things, it's hard to know what to start with, but she makes cardboard furniture, and like recycled cardboard furniture, and she's been doing that for a while, and then even down to cardboard jewelry, like really beautiful jewelry, and she was in the film industry. She's really crafty. She could make, like, if you were doing a film that somebody had to saw off your arm, she could make you a fake arm, I'm guessing. I'm guessing. I'm pretty sure my friend Mary can make you a fake arm. Anyway.
Are you incorporating the chat feature at all? Because I find I like having the chat window up, and then people who may not want to have their voice out there can sometimes
I just
read off
just opened it. And if there's any way, I know you said that your audio was too loud. Look at that. Look what I just did. That was fancy. That felt really fancy what I just did. You're really quiet now to me.
Let me go back then to
I can hear you, but I have to like completely stop and listen.
Okay. So now I set it back to how it originally was.
Now you're still totally quiet. Oh,
okay.
Much better.
Okay, cool.
Totally better.
And there's the chat feature.
Yeah.
Which I love using. I also love using, and I don't know if you guys, hold on one second, but what I will do a lot of times when I'm talking with students so that I don't look like I'm in the middle of a basement.
Oh yeah, I love that. I love that.
Background. Yeah.
That's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see how, remind me where you do that.
It's down at the bottom where the video, you see the caret, you click the caret and it says choose virtual background at the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Choose virtual background. I'm going to do, see, if I had more blank background.
Yeah, that's why mine's beautiful.
Yours is awesome. Oh, wait, mine says here, computer doesn't meet requirements. To use virtual background without a green screen, your Mac OS version needs to be 10.13 or higher, and your processor must be an Intel Core i7 with a quad core or better. But, so I'm just going to leave that on for just a minute. Why not?
You know, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Here, now I can feel actually like I'm still being social. So I'm coming to you from a coffee shop now.
Wait, no, hold on. Hold on a second. Okay, hold on. Hey kids, could you turn the volume down? Or Jazzy, turn the volume down, whatever you're watching. Jasper, turn the volume down, please. Thank you. Okay, these are great suggestions. But wait, how did I accidentally turned off here? I want to turn my weird background down again. Choose a virtual background. Oh.
Yeah, it looks like you're coming from space to me.
It does?
Yeah, but
okay,
it's like a dirty clip.
That's what it's supposed to be. But it's, for some reason, when I look at my OBS, do you say that because you're looking at me on Zoom or on the live stream? Because I think it's not coming through on the live stream, which is interesting.
Oh, I only see you on Zoom.
Yeah, that's interesting. It doesn't work on the live stream. I'm clicking through a million windows here to check. Now I'm looking at the stream, and no, yeah, you do have a fake background, but I don't. It's not fair.
I'm live from a coffee shop, as I should be.
Oh, nice!
That
You're
is
at Pan Quotidien.
so nice. Here, I'm gonna unpin Chris.
Okay, bye.
No. I'm not hanging. No. No. I was Zoom. So another thing about Zoom. Here's something to share, and everything I'm sharing also remember has an extra layer of the fact that I'm broadcasting that screen. Okay. So there's like the Zoom screens, but then there's the broadcasting of the screens. And one thing to note is that when Zoom works, typically when you're the video that is brought forward to you is usually the person who's talking, unless that person is you. Because Zoom is kind of smart enough to know that just because I'm talking doesn't mean that I want to see me all the time. But like if it's between you and Eva, let's say I don't talk for a few minutes and you and Eva talk, Zoom will switch the main screen to whoever is talking.
Oh, yes.
Have you noticed that?
Yes. And so what I do, I have on the show all feature, especially because I'm waiting for students to acknowledge me or put up a little group chat over here.
And where do you have that set?
For me, so what you do is I just expand the video out and then I hit full screen. And it shows
Right. See, I can't do full screen because then I can't get back to my switching software, which I need to do this broadcast.
Oh, right, and that is a bit of a problem.
It is. That's why it's not by accident that you can see on this. You can see like my bar at the top and stuff like that. I would like it to be cleaner, but I can't because if I go full screen, then I can't get to my control software. Wait, Eva's got a screen. Now I'm losing track of what is obviously that's a photo of Eva in the back. That is so funny.
Oh, it's me.
No, but I have.
I'm dying. It's so many layers. It gets you dizzy. Like I get dizzy literally.
Yeah, no, it is a lot of fun. And so what I have to do sometimes I always tell my students to turn it off because some of them will put up slightly inappropriate photos, or really distracting photos.
Right.
Trying to be funny when in reality it's, yeah.
I read a funny tweet today. Somebody tweeted that they were, so many people are dealing with Zoom right now. And he was like, it was a group Zoom of like 20 people. And one of the participants' dogs started barking, and then everybody's dog started barking.
Yes.
And and then it was like pandemonium. And then the group host had to like put it on mute for a few minutes and everybody was like dying laughing because it was like so absurd and surreal.
That's happened to me during classes as well, where one person's dog goes crazy and that's it.
Excuse me, wait. Can we talk about this palace? Isn't that where the queen lives, right behind you there?
Yeah, I'm at Buckingham Palace.
Yeah. There, and he got a picture with no one there. Look at that.
Weird. But not because of the pandemic. Clearly you got that at a different time with nobody there.
Yeah, that was like I was coming in off a 6 a.m. flight on like a Wednesday morning or something, or Sunday morning or a Wednesday morning on a 6 a.m. flight. It just was decided to walk from my hotel was right near here, so I walked from the tube to my hotel and was like, wow, this is cool.
Really cool. So you're moving all your classes online, Chris, and
Yes.
so that means not only you're doing your classes, but because you have some skills in this, you're helping other people with their classes, is what I'm hearing you say?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's, a lot of our professors are obviously amazing and brilliant academics, but, like our archaeology department, the average archaeology professor here is 2 years away, 3 years away from retirement.
Right.
And, archaeology isn't really a technology-driven field per se. I mean, a lot of it is, hands-on kind of material culture studies.
Right.
So I'm teaching basic skills right now. How do you set up a webcam? I mean, I had one
Yeah, exactly.
Professor. He called me in his office. He was screaming because he plugged in the webcam and it said plug and play and it wasn't working. And I was like, we've got to open an app that uses a webcam.
Right?
I mean, just those basic kind of skills. So.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that is kind of what we were talking about before. It's a lot of the instructions before you get online.
Right.
You know.
It's just kind of basics. So, I mean, I argue frequently that right now we all, whether we're working in business or working in higher ed or working wherever, this is all new for all of us. Even me. I mean,
Right.
I'm a techno freak. I'm an early adopter. I love this stuff, and even for me, this is scary.
Thank you for saying that. I feel the same way. You know, I'm like totally vexed and thwarted by technical problems as I'm trying to make these things happen. And I'm pretty advanced. I'm like pretty advanced. I'm not a programmer per se. I'm not, you know, my husband Turtle's a video guy, so he can look at things like he can look at some of the more advanced settings and have them be meaningful. And then also my friend Justin, who's an audio engineer. There's a lot of those things, but yeah, there's a lot of different moving parts. It's not the easiest thing in the world. It's there's no such thing as plug and play. Can I just say? That's a lie.
And then even once you do master the technology, like I'm teaching documentary film and visual anthropology this semester. That's a really hard thing. Or, you know, I have a friend of mine who's teaching anatomy, where the morgue is a part of the anthropology department because we do a lot of forensic anthropology and things like that. So they actually have to do autopsies. How do you do that online? I mean, that's not...
What a creepy time for that, too. Holy shit.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, we're having to not only learn a new technology, but just a whole new way of thinking. And one of the things that I was thinking about with you is, you know, your business is so based off of social connections and social interactions and creating these communities.
Kind of, yeah. But do you mean in real life or digital? Because honestly, digital, a lot of my relationships are primarily digital in reality.
Even like when you do the coffee and creatives thing where you kind of have these offline get-togethers and things like that.
I hardly do those. I mean,
really?
I do some of them, but I don't do them nearly as much as I always intend to. And so,
well, that's
like,
not your thing. That's Joe Cardillo's thing.
That's cardio. Yeah, exactly. That's not my thing anyway. I mean, we partner with them on all kinds of stuff. And in fact, I was thinking now would be a perfect time for us to run another summary of their opportunities over at Pyrograph, because we just, you know, I'm invested in Pyrograph and my own thing as a publishing channel, and then I do create my own content. But, you know, a lot of my clients, we have Zoom or phone meetings, like client work. And a lot of the groups that I work with, I primarily interact with them digitally. So it's this. So in a way, that's partly why, since we've been on lockdown, I've been kind of digging into like more ways that I can, because I already have like a foundation of a certain foundation of digital interactions, content sharing, information sharing, you know. But video is an obvious way that can be really useful right now. And I've already had little seeds of that going. We did a live video cast for a while with Pyrograph. So yeah, I'm just kind of trying to if I can up my technical game on that level now, then hopefully I can interact with more people that way and just make it more streamlined.
Are you seeing your engagement coming up then on digital as people are kind of sitting at home and looking for more things to interact with that?
Not really. It's an interesting question. I have looked, you know, I mean, Pyrograph, you know, it's separate from me, even though it's kind of my project and Eva helps and Lisa helps, but it's, that's where I have more traffic because it's a publishing outlet rather than like my author coach, peripacker.com. That's kind of, you know, like I have a few people come there who are looking for business information and blah, blah, blah. But Pyrograph is meant to be more of like a, you know, go and read and be entertained and get some, you know, and it's always had more traffic. And the last week of the pandemic, I noticed that the traffic was down. Now, mind you, I don't really check traffic anymore because it's not. It's really a side project. You know, it's a whole other conversation of how difficult it was to make it into a financially profitable publication. And one of the reasons was, you know, building traffic is hard. So now I don't really worry about it. I just try to use it to advance messaging that's important to me and important to people I know. I mean, it's valuable in that regard. But I did peek at the traffic, and it was down. So that's interesting. And you know, it it that it helped inform something that I've been thinking about a lot since this started a week or so ago, which is, you know, I'm a digital media person. Yeah, I do process the world through digital media and communications, and I love doing that. But the last thing I want to do is just like create more static. Like I put up a thing on Pyrograph's page, like what information do you want right now? What do people want? You know, I think something that is making a lot of people feeling better is just like they're posting their kids singing. They're posting, you know, it's really like whatever, they're posting what they're cooking. And that's great. And I think people should just keep doing that. And I'm going to try to like slow my roll. I have been investing in the channel itself, and then trying a lot of this content I'm making right now is really just to test the channel, to be honest. And I like doing it. Like if I can do these video casts and talk with interesting people, that's great. But ultimately, I kind of want to invest in more channels for people to communicate, especially off of Facebook. For some reason, I feel motivated to do that because I don't like Facebook as a corporation, and I don't like their corporate values, and I don't like them, and I hold my nose, and I use them a lot, but it doesn't mean I like them.
Well, and I think if you look at digital marketing trends, I mean, Facebook is going away. I know that sounds weird to say.
Yeah.
The pandemic is probably helping Facebook right now, but as an overall trend with this pandemic excluded, if you look at it, demographics show people just don't trust Facebook. And Facebook as a platform is becoming less and less relevant.
I hope that's true. It's such a juggernaut. It's scary, you know, especially with election stuff and political news, and now with coronavirus news, and like the call it disinformation, misinformation, whatever, and privacy concerns and corporate use of your data, all of that. It's like puke. You know, I kind of hate it, but I've been self-employed for so long. It is an important channel for me to get out there. So I'm trying to kind of use it, but then to develop other channels, because also there's a lot of people I know who don't like Facebook, and unlike me, they have gotten off. They're not on there anymore. Like, good for them, you know. And I want to be communicating with those people as well. It's kind of a bummer if, you know, the only option to see people, whatever, some of this shared video content and stuff. Facebook Live makes it really, really easy, and so there's a bunch of stuff over there, and have at it. But I've just felt kind of motivated to try to do something off of there. And that's what this channel is. So this is through YouTube, and for whatever reason, now YouTube is Google. So we could have the same conversation, like, is Google a more virtuous corporation? I don't know. I think it's maybe a little better, but, you know, it's also a juggernaut. So I don't know. So it's not like, I'm not trying to be overly righteous, but I do feel this thing that I want to get off Facebook in as many ways as I can. And knowing for the short-term future, I'm going to still be on there, you know, communicating with people about arts and culture and economics, and, you know, doing the communication stuff I do. But I don't know, like, how do we feel about Google? Do you have feelings on Google? I know a few years ago, some people I knew were like, I'm not going to do Google Drive. I'm not going to do Google Docs. I hate Google. And for whatever reason, I feel less of that feeling about them than I do about Facebook. But what do you think?
Well, I agree with you. So I taught a course 2 years ago now. I've run it a couple of times. Most recently, I guess 18 months ago, I taught a class called Digital Anthropology. And one of the assignments that the students had to do was they had to read the terms and conditions for Facebook, Twitter, and Apple, and then write a paper on what are they actually signing over. And so, you know, a lot of the students, I was actually surprised So when I got the papers back and I started reading through them, most of them were really unfazed by what they were privacy they were signing over. And I came in after grading the papers and I said, none of you really seem to be fazed by any of this. What's going on? And most of my students are off of Facebook, by the way. So
Interesting.
They're trending with them. So under 25s are really off of. I have an 18-year-old daughter. She's also off of Facebook. She doesn't have a Facebook account.
Yeah, my daughter doesn't either.
Yeah. But when I asked them about this privacy concern, one student raised her hand and she said, Professor, our parents have put our entire lives on Facebook. I have no expectation of privacy, so what matters? I mean, my baby photos are on Facebook. My prom pictures my parents put out there. My first birthday my parents put on Facebook. So I don't have an expectation of privacy, so this doesn't bother me the way that it might bother you.
That's interesting.
And I think she brings up kind of an interesting digital divide that a lot of people don't consider.
Yeah.
But I think Cambridge Analytica ruined me for Facebook.
Right?
I also think that the 10-year challenge...
Totally. Totally.
Yeah. I will not do 10-year challenge. I won't do any of those quizzes.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't do any of them. Can I just want,
please.
Somebody, either you or Eva, there's a clicking of the microphone. I don't know if it's like brushing against your shirt. There's just like this.
That's probably my mic brushing on my
Okay, anyway, but continue. Yeah, I won't do those quizzes.
No, because those quizzes you sign over, and some of them actually contain malware.
Right.
So, as far as Google, I mean, I think, so speaking to a certain audience, so I had a career before I went into higher ed, right?
Yeah.
So I have a 401k, a retirement stock plan, things like that. A lot of that money is in unvirtuous companies.
Right.
I mean, so I am basing my retirement on the unvirtuous acts of companies that I would never support in real life, but I own their stock. And
Right.
that's kind of the cognitive dissonance that I have with things like Google or Facebook, is that, I have the privilege to pick my battles. I
Right.
hate to say that. So whereas I will never eat at a Chick-fil-A, as much as it kills me because I love their spicy chicken biscuit, I kind of do have to hold my nose and sign the papers on some other areas. And Google is one of those areas where I just...
Right.
And you, what are your thoughts?
Me or Eva?
Either of you. I was speaking Peri to you, but Eva, if you want to chime in, that'd be amazing.
I'll also just say I won't spend money on Facebook as one of my dividing lines.
No.
That's an easy one.
Absolutely not.
I don't sponsor posts, and in fact, I don't give money through Facebook fundraisers anymore because I don't want Facebook connected to my PayPal. So I just don't do that. I give money through direct, and that's another thing that I want to do at Paragraph Posts. I think it would be cool to, for instance, let's say a band wants to have a virtual performance. You can put it on a page with all the buttons down below, and you leave Facebook out of the equation.
Exactly. I completely agree with that. And I have not looked into this, so I am spreading possible rumors, so I want to flag that.
Okay.
However, somebody said that Facebook takes a small cut off of those donations.
I'm sure they do.
I don't know.
They somehow monetize it. They do.
Yeah. So, Eva, I know you're a lover of Apple and Google, which those two companies aren't necessarily friendly towards each other, and you have more than one Facebook account. What are your thoughts on the privacy issue?
Well, I do recognize that privacy is becoming less of a thing, and ultimately you're gonna die anyway. So if it was not private or is private, it won't matter in the end, really. But I don't like that. Yeah, like Facebook's attitude toward things does seem a little bit like not as humanely driven as Google's, but they probably aren't really that much either. And I don't know. I mean, it's almost pointless to say because I don't know what to do about it. But I don't know why there's no sense of like responsibility or not even altruism, but just like I don't know. You just took so many resources. Like, can you like have a sense of like your place and all of that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I do think it's really baffling that you can have so much and still lose that much sense as to like what that means.
They're so sharky about it. I just don't. I don't know if this is just
They're not helping. Like, fucking help right now. Are you joking? Like,
right.
What are they doing? And he stands there, fucking Mark Zuckerberg stands there in this stupid little suit with his face, and, no, I don't know, yeah. And, like, what is your deal? Like, in some hut in Hawaii somewhere? I don't know. Like, what? I think he's a little shit. And I know this is, I don't know. I mean, it's personal. I know it's a big fucking corporation, but you know what? It's also personal. These big corporations, they are also like, it goes to this one little bing, this little personal little, you know what
totally.
I mean? And so, yeah, I would love to get off Facebook. I wouldn't be on social media if I didn't have social media centered jobs.
Right.
I just get off. I just love it. Like, my eyes hurt sometimes. Like, it gives me headaches. I'm like, I'm screened out. I don't know. I'm just screened out. But, you know, I do love that Google Drive, like, the Google Drive has allowed for, like, these sort of public Google Doc files to go around different cities where it's like, hey, like,
yeah.
what you need, like, put your name here, like, we're organizing. So,
I like that
that's
too.
Great. You know, I think, but yeah, I don't know. I guess the big problem is the underbelly, which is just greed and
right.
Disinterest in misinformation.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I have never really heard of Google specifically monetizing their data and user information. Has anybody heard? I mean, like, Facebook bundles it and sells it and makes shit tons of money off of like our, you know, the things that we write on there and produce and whatever, and the traffic that we generate. I don't know if Google makes shit tons of money in other ways from all access to its juggernaut of services, but I don't recall, and if anybody recalls, like, message me on Facebook. I don't recall of hearing that they've like bundled and sold and monetized that data. Have you guys? I don't know if I have.
So Google, to my knowledge, doesn't necessarily like Facebook it, right? They don't do it like Facebook does. However, they do allow corporations to buy a lot of the user interaction data. So
they
like
do.
when you look at like Google reviews and it says this place is busier than usual right now, or this place is less busy than usual, or 9 p.m. on a Tuesday is probably the best time to go to Frontier because there's going to be less people there, or things like that. That's
interesting.
That's all based off of your GPS tracker on your phone. They also then sell that data to companies who are trying to build other apps. So while they don't necessarily, I don't think it's malicious as a lot of Facebook's things are, though. Right. I think theirs is primarily just business and marketing. I mean, Google has, like, my domains are all registered to Google because they're pretty cheap, but Google has a pretty extensive line of marketing services where they use that data that they get from you.
Oh my God. Okay, right.
Or if you'll notice, like, if you book an airline ticket and then all of a sudden you start to get American Airways ads.
Right.
That's because Google scans all of your emails, and they've admitted this. They scan all of your emails. That's how, like, when you book a flight and then all of a sudden it pops up in your Google Calendar, it's scanning all of your emails and then creating algorithms based off of that. Google also targets your specific search engine. I think you know this. Targets your search results based off of you.
Yes. That I knew.
Highly monetized.
I think maybe that rings a bell about the emails being scanned, but I had forgotten about that.
Peri.
Yeah.
I sent a link to Teresa from Prison Bitch to like join us if she has time. But
yeah.
She's a nurse, isn't she? She's like, God, I'm at work getting coronavirus and shingles.
Oh my God.
She's in PT and OT. I think more PT than OT. Physical therapy, occupational therapy. Yeah.
Okay.
I know anybody in the health world right now. All my friends, including like our family doctor, and so many people I know who are doctors. Big love to all you guys. I don't know how to support all of them other than saying I'm really thankful for them.
Yeah, some coffee shops give them like free coffee, or like, well, like, yeah, do that.
Well, one thing is I could say if there's any coaching that they need on anything, I would be totally willing to give away some free coaching to people in that industry. Like my coaching is mostly small business, but some of my coaching is about other things like communications or technology, you know, streamlining. I'm doing that streamlining your virtual world. I'm doing that workshop again next week. It's free. I'm trying to offer a bunch of free stuff right now.
How would someone in the medical profession use your resources?
Well,
Like,
you know, again,
what would
it's it probably wouldn't. It would probably be more on a personal level, like if they want to figure out how to Zoom, stuff like that, how to like collaborate with maybe their family and friends. Because obviously, in an institutional environment, I'm not going to coach them through what they should be doing there.
No.
Yeah, but that's why I say so. It's not a perfect fit, but I'm a good problem solver, and if there's communication, and I'm not technically a life coach. Like my coaching is really about self-employment, but a lot of times it's about choices and balance and all that kind of stuff. And so anyway, if I can support anybody by listening up, hold on, the Zoom meeting ended. Okay, let me join from a room, join a meeting, hold on. Let's see, meeting. Meeting controls, preferences. Let's see, general, maximize, scale to fit, prompt confirmation, limit screen share. Let's see. I want to not have, I want to start the meeting again. Schedule a meeting. Require password. So let's see. Eva. I'm going to invite. And all right. Let's see. Invite. Copy URL. And I'm going to put this in my Facebook. Edit the Zoom meeting link. Save. Let's see. Update. Hey, I just invited you to another meeting.
Oh my God.
Zoom me. Awesome. Great. Awesome. Well, we've talked a long time, and this was totally cool. I think it was a great test, and I'm just gonna check here. Yeah, we're still streaming. I'll end it in a second, but I'm for one thing, I was curious to see when I invited you whether there was a password required, and I think there's not anymore.
No, I don't even know where I get nothing pops up anywhere. There's no invitation that pops up. I don't know where.
Can you check your email?
Okay.
And or go to my Facebook page and click the link, which I just updated it. I put the new link, so that could work too. But this was really great to try to streamline that. To try to streamline the.
My stomach is really hot. I need to like not use my phone for a while. It's just like really overheating.
That's cool. Well, why don't you use your laptop?
But here, let me hang up on the phone and I'll just do the laptop.
Okay, cool. Just check your email and you should see it. I invited people. Let's see. I invited Eva and oh wait. There we go. Well, anyway, we've been talking for 2 hours on the live stream. It's kind of exciting. Thanks for tuning in. This was a test. This coming week, I'm planning to talk with a couple more people. I have Andrew Fernside, who's an artist, a muralist, and also a licensed counselor. And he knows all about anxiety and fear and all kinds of stuff. Hold on, let me get Eva here. Hey. Hey. Hi.
Oh, there you are.
So let me just double check that I have, if I, Zoom window, I think we have a new Zoom meeting. Okay, good. Now you're live.
Okay.
So I was just kind of starting to wrap up because we talked so long, but thanks for helping me. And you didn't need a password, right?
No.
Okay, cool. So I'll make sure that that's streamlined, but I got a lot of stuff streamlined during this 2 hours with my streaming software.
Oh, awesome.
Uh-huh. And I was just saying that to our one listener. Now, there might be probably actually 0 listeners, but, oh, here, I'm going to also put the chat. There we go. I was saying that this was a test, and it was enjoyable and fun, and I want to keep doing these. Yeah. And this coming week, I have 2 conversations scheduled, which I was thinking, actually, of getting them all in one call. My friend Andrew Fernside is an artist and a licensed counselor, and we're old friends, and we talk about all kinds of stuff all the time, art and creativity, and also like dealing with anxiety and fear and all the shit that we are going through right now. He's like knowledgeable and smart and mindful, and he will be great to talk to about that. And so we've been trying to figure out a time. And I've been kind of like putting off actual time until I really felt confident that I could do this stream without fucking it up. So that's kind of where I think I'm just about there. And then also my friend Ryan Goodman, who is a musician, a drummer. He drums in Abort. He's also a sociologist. He's a sociology professor. And I was thinking, I wish that I had been able to loop him in on this conversation. But anyway, he's going to be on one of the next conversations, and he's probably going through similar stuff that Chris is with transitioning all of his like classes and student interactions into online, into digital form. So we've got those 2, and I've got a few other feelers, and then I have some feelers out for bands and performers who want to do live performances. So I want to do more of these.
Hold on. Senator Rand Paul has coronavirus.
There you go.
But he's asymptomatic. I don't know if that's true.
Well, that's if that's true, that means he's been spreading it within Congress. So that's not great news. I mean, I hate to say that I want anybody to get sick, and I don't. But no,
especially not Ruth. Not Ruth.
Dude. Yeah, and so it's only a matter of time. I mean, I hate to end on a sad note, but like a lot of people are going to get sick, and it's really a bummer. And all I can say is if anybody, having been down the road with my daughter and when her immune system was really, really low, we had about this same length of time. It was about 3 months where when she went out, she wore a mask. We wiped everything. It was, we were on real quarantine, and it was really, really stressful. And it started in, when she got this treatment in Cincinnati that wiped her immune system out intentionally.
Y'all did it.
Huh?
But you guys did it.
We did it, and it was an intentional wiping out of her immune system. But anyway, it's interesting. It's about the same amount of time, which is a mind-bending amount of time to be living this way. And so if anybody if anybody wants to talk, like wants advice, wants to vent, feel free to hit me up, especially if you know me on Facebook. That's an easy way. My email is Peri@peripacru.com. And it's a bummer, but it does make me feel I'm slightly weirdly glad I've been through that, because my brain adjustment to this really awful situation that the fucking globe is in. I mean, the fact that it's all over the globe all at one time is really truly mind-bending, you know? It really is. It's wild. And, you know, one thing that's different from when Gila was sick versus now is that we were just worried about, like, any potential germs out there, you know, and pathogens and stuff, you know, and now it's different because the germ is out there. It's not like some hypothetical, oh, we might run into somebody who's sick. Like, there's going to be people out in the world who are sick. And so, like Eva's been saying, like everybody's been saying, please stay home. Think about other people. Imagine, I think everybody really should operate as if they have the virus, and you should be looking at not spreading it, even though our natural way of thinking is that we think we don't have it and we don't want to get sick.
Yeah.
But any mental tricks it takes to just like really treat it seriously, I hope people do. Because
Can I just say one thing that bugs me? I wish I could get like a definitive on this, but masks. I'm hearing masks are necessary. I'm hearing masks are they do a little bit of help, and then I've heard masks aren't helpful and they like trap stuff in it, which I don't know which Chris likes to say. Chris likes to point out that masks trap things in it. But I also thought, well, if it's an antimicrobial, it doesn't that, I don't know, if it's a mask. Do you know anything about, like, what the right mask thing is?
You would think I would, because what I just told you about Gila needing a mask for a while, and I don't. I don't remember, but I don't remember the correct details. What I do remember is feeling like, oh my God, is that mask clean enough? Like, should we recycle that mask now? We had a plastic bag, like when she would go somewhere, and like, and this was when later when she was going out, there was a long period we didn't go out at all except to go to the doctor's office to get her blood labs. And then we started going out, like, to, you know, and we would take it, we would put it in the plastic bag and be really careful. But nonetheless, after a while, just from her wearing it, you know, I got to like, and I don't remember what the answer is. Maybe, you know what, I should get our family doctor to do a Zoom. We could ask questions like this. I love him. He's a really great doctor, and he's like very, and he's not to mention he's like, really into like art and the arts community, and he's Dr. Mark Unverzat. We love him, and I should ask if he would be willing to come on, right? Talk about some of these just basic questions, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know the answer, but it's a normal. Of course, you're gonna like wonder, like how contaminated and dirty is this mask now?
Can I tell you also one more thing?
Yeah.
That I've noticed? Like, I've noticed people will say, like, there's this idea of like voicing a concern, right? And then you get the answer, and then you accept that answer. When you
I keep touching my face, by the way. Sorry.
No, there's holes in it, like 6 feet apart.
I know.
What? Says who? Says who? The virus? Like, I don't know. Like, how do you know that if it's your life on the line, and you're like, well, these people said 6 feet apart, so 5's probably okay. Like, no, if it's in the air.
Yeah, I know.
If it's in the air, the particulate's not gonna be like, well, we'll stay 6 feet apart from everyone. Like, no, you're gonna walk your face into it. Like, no, am I wrong?
I've had a couple people walk too close to me, and it's like it's just easier to not go out.
You don't know who sneezed there. You don't know who sneezed there like 30 seconds ago and kept walking.
I know.
You know, and like, and so I feel like there's a lot of advice where it's like, oh, we'll do this or that, and it's just like, okay, yeah, and then but like, if you think about it, it's like, no, right?
Right. No, it's
right?
fucked up. It's fucked up.
Yeah, I feel very unsatisfied with any like definitive like, yeah, just do this.
We're not in a good situation right now. We're really not. I mean, it's handleable. There's certain ways you can reduce your risk every time you wipe your doorknobs and your light switches and blah, blah, blah. Like when you come in the house, you know, every time you wipe everything down, you're reducing your risk by that much. But could there be a germ or two lingering? Yes, you know, but think of how many millions more are there if you don't wipe it down. So that I just keep I'm swearing a lot too. I'm wiping everything all the time. And look, wait, look at this. It's literally within reach. I have this we have one right by the front door. and we take it with us when we go out, but we are not really going out. Turtle has been doing the grocery shopping. Oh, and I also wanted just to give a shout out to grocery workers because they are absolute heroes right now, and they may not feel like it, and they might be in a shitty situation where they, don't have paid sick leave, and I have all the sympathy for them, and I'm thankful that they're going, although I do hope that if they feel sick, they don't go to work, and I think they're smart enough they won't. But thank you so much to the people who are selling us our food. Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
I can't imagine. I think it is so heroic. Like, I'd be scared.
I agree. I totally agree. So let's wrap this up and think about what do we want our takeaway to be. I want to do more shows like this. I want people to zoom in. We're going to streamline the zooming possibilities, right?
There's so many informed people out there. We just want to, get them on here. We just want to, provide information, right? We just want to...
Exactly.
This is a time of information. And can I just say again, I know we keep trying to leave. I think it's so amazing how Bernie Sanders has decided to, instead of, talking about himself, actually, just go start helping, because that's what it's about.
I heard that he's transitioned his campaign fundraising to pandemic fundraising.
Yeah.
I don't know the details of that, but I heard that.
Oh.
I'm going to show our opening screen. This is Pyrograph Live. When we go live, it's going to be, I don't know, kind of like this. I won't always be in my robe, although I do love my robe. This is my P-Bob robe that my cousin Parisha gave. She gave me P-Bob, and she gave Turtle T-Bob pajamas years ago, and we still wear them, Parisha. She's got a call in. She's a gardener in San Francisco. She's a self-employed person dealing with lockdown. Anyway, so we'll have more of these, and then you've got the show, the canceled shows, which the second episode went up yesterday, and it's at Pyrograph's YouTube channel and also at pyrograph.com. And it's really easy to see because it's just going to be in the thread of the most recent posts. It'll be right up there, and it's called The Canceled Shows, and I really love the last one, especially your brother's cleaning in his unitard. It's nice.
Amazing. Yeah, I think you captured what we're all feeling right now.
Okay, well, thanks, Eva. We'll talk more.
Yeah.
And everybody, this has been Pyrograph Live, and we are broadcasting on Pyrograph TV. And thanks for listening and watching.
Stay inside.